Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the next edition of My Two Cents. I'm your girl, Pastor Steph.
Shantice.
And I'm that Brooklyn guy, Ainsley Harris. I'm here. What's
Uh,
up? What's up?
uh, all right, all right. We have come to the new seasons, new seasons. So if you're in the room, make sure you check in and give us a holla. We got our first person in the room. Hey, Ketty. Thanks
Hey,
for joining us. Glad to have you with us. So if you're in the room, make sure you say hello. Other than that, we may not know you're here. And
right,
we are,
say hello. Say what up.
yes, we're definitely looking forward to chatting with you as we have been reviewing Reasonable Doubt. Now, we did the entire episode one, not episode, season one. And before we go any further, we want to definitely say hello to the lady that holds it down all the time, brings
Yep,
us Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Hey there, Nika.
that's right, Nika. That's the girl behind the scenes.
All right. So we got some delay. Where's Shantice? What happened to her? We don't
I
want
know
to.
this girl. Oh, I'm
We
about to say, I
don't
know
want to
she ain't just
start
up and
the,
quit.
yeah, we don't want to start the chatter without her. So we got to figure out
Can't
what's
do
going
that.
on with her. You know, let's talk about season one of Reasonable Doubt that we did a few weeks ago. So, my brother Ainsley, what were you looking forward to in this season two?
Um, excuse me. It started to grow on me because I remember at the first few episodes of season one, I was like, I do not like this here. This can go.
I
This
remember.
can, yeah, I was like, nah. I was like, okay. Like I said, it was getting to the level of, what was that series we started watching?
What, cleaning lady?
Yeah. It was almost getting to that point where you got to be
Yeah.
like, nah, that's it. I can't watch no more. But I gotta say, I like the cast. I like the camaraderie of the cast. I pretty much like pretty much everything that goes into making the TV series. The little things like the music behind, and stuff like that. The
Yeah.
cinematography. I do
Yeah.
like that, and see how like what I like how the storyline kind of builds up, even on the case. There's little twists and turns and stuff. So
Okay.
that makes it interesting. So I was trying to say, okay, that's their formula. So I'm expecting to see that in season two.
Okay.
So um, of course, my man Michael Ealy is, he had to do what he had to do on the last episode of, season one. But I guess we got some good stuff happening for season two. Yeah, so I'm expecting it grew on me. So I was kind of looking forward, surprisingly, for season two.
Okay, okay. Let's talk
Yeah,
about the soundtrack. We're gonna have to go. You remember when we did the soundtrack on Kingdom Business on
yeah,
Tuesday?
yeah, yeah.
We're gonna have to do the soundtrack for Reasonable Doubt because I got my thoughts about the soundtrack. What are you thinking about this? What do you think about the soundtrack?
Well, I think I put this way, the music. I think I like it because maybe it's me because I think it seems to be maybe more tailored to us. But I like it. It's to me it's refreshing. Um, it's I think it's done well, tastefully done and stuff like that. Where the music is, even the music where it's there, you don't really notice it, but I notice it because I do that. But I really like it. I think it's well done.
Okay, okay. I
Hmm.
actually love the soundtrack. I think I'm with you. I'm with the complimentary soundtrack. So in other words, you've got a song with lyrics that are kind of accompanying the setting and the situation, and they have done a phenomenal job, in my opinion,
Yeah,
actually pairing up the music to the situations and even the flow of the music, whether it's kind of hip hop-ish, whether it's kind
yeah,
of neo soulish, whether it's kind of a rap. It's just like on point. And I even found myself kind of what do you call that? Pulling up the music because I was like, wait, do I have that song in my playlist?
right.
Yeah. So I
But
think
even the opening music is a little bit different. You know, more for
yes,
most opening tends to be a bit more energetic or stuff like that. This is it's kind of a bit more mellow, steady,
right.
steady pulse, or tempo and whatnot, which is different. I kind of like it, with the graphics they're using.
Right.
It's just all right. I give them credit for the kudos for that.
Yes. A nigga says, yeah, I like the music. Also, I've been Shazamming. Yes, that's what I was thinking about. Just Shazamming, just pulling it up. I'm like, wait, I love this song. Oh, I forgot about that song. So, I like what they're doing with the music. Shantice, are you on with us? Can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Sean. Jeez.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah, now we
I
can.
don't know what's
We were
going on.
talking about the soundtrack of Reasonable Doubt. What's your thoughts?
It's reminding me of New York Undercover, but they're still not as savvy as New York Undercover was, though. New York Undercover is still untouchable. But I really do like they had the relevant songs. It's because it's good to be able to feature, I don't want to say relevant in that aspect. It is good to feature indie music and indie artists, but it's nothing like being able to play music that everyone is a lot more familiar with the scenes and what's going on and what's being said and the emotions that's being displayed. So I think they really did a really good job. Whoever's been in charge of the score has really been doing their thing with matching and the timing of it as well. Are we brand ambassadors for Canada Dry? I know it.
Yeah, I'm like, whoever get a sponsor, Canada Dry. Hello.
Well, the late great James M. Toomey was responsible for the music behind New York Undercover.
Yeah.
But now somebody's got to step into his shoes in order to rock it like he did for New York Undercover. I agree with you. I have yet to see a soundtrack to a show that mirrored New York Undercover.
Right.
So that there was untouchable, but they are doing a nice job. So I suggested to Ainsley that one week we need to do the soundtrack to Reasonable Doubt and let the people vote on, like we did on Tuesday mornings.
That'll be interesting.
That would be good. That would be good. Naturally a queen. Hey, Vivian. Thanks for joining us. Yes, it seems like forever. And we're back. We're back. We finished off Reasonable Doubt, the entire season 1, 2 weeks ago. And now we are reviewing season 2, Reasonable Doubt, episodes 1 through 4. That's what we're capping it at. So, all right. I think it was Shantice who went first the last time. So, Ainsley, let's talk in general. So, you said it grew on you, and where are we
now? Excuse me. Like I said, it's growing on me. I was trying to wait and see when it bring in my man Morris Chestnut into it. I like it. I mean, at first, the very first beginning with Jax, I gotta admit, I wasn't really feeling her. I really didn't have that much sympathy for her. But after a while, I'm like, okay, she's starting to grow on me a little bit. All right, so the character wise and everything, she's playing a part. And I like how it picks up. I guess she's going to therapy, and I love the relationship dynamic between her and Lewis, and they're working through their issues and stuff like that. We'll talk about it later. You know, the little twist about with him. He wasn't exactly truthful on one part. Um,
Ah,
yeah, so I kind of like it with the whole thing with Chanel and this whole JT thing. Um, we're starting to see the twists and the turns going on with that. So I'm really trying to see how they're going to work this out. Because I got my theory of where it's going. I like how then I got a theory, but you don't know exactly what it's going to be. And so we talk about that later. But so far, I like it. So I'm really looking forward to it. How
okay,
it further
okay,
develops.
okay. Shanti, season
Hmm.
2, episodes 1 through 4. General, what's your thought?
I gotta try to exclude episode 5 out my mind right now. So
Yep, because I
far,
ain't see it.
Me either.
well, what kind of mess is this? Well, good luck. So far, I'm liking the plot. I'm liking the storyline for season 2. I'm excited they actually continued with this because this was a cliffhanger from season 1, and it's given a little more insight into that relationship because again in season 1, Jax and Chanel fell out a few times because Jax would crack jokes on Chanel's relationship and so on and so forth, but they were actually really close. And we saw how the husband, we didn't necessarily see the physical abuse more than we saw the verbal and emotional abuse and him, cheating on her a whole lot. So I'm really liking that. I like Morris Chestnut. He's a really good fit. I like the character he's playing. I like the role. So he's not out of place like other actors who were on there last season. Um
Oh, you had to
he's
do
not
that. Oh, come on, man. You had to go there.
he's not, listen, you brought him up first.
I caught that one.
He's
I
not
caught that one.
he's
Oh,
not out of
come
place.
on. I'm still
Um
digging into my man. Oh my gosh. All right, okay.
y'all gotta watch episode 5 because it gets even crazier. But for 1 through 4, I'm really liking the overall plot. I think they did a really good job with choosing that as a storyline for the season.
Well, I'm with you both. I think they went to higher heights with season 2.
Oh,
Sometimes, when a show is new and it goes to the second, they kind of take a little dip. I have to say, I haven't seen the dip yet. I'm with both of you. I love how they continued the Chanel storyline. And I love how deep they got into it. I'm glad it just didn't scathe the surface, like kind of just touch on it here or there. I love the fact that they really, really not only delved in, not only focused on their relationship, but just kind of delved into it. They really went pretty intricately into the relationship of
hmm.
JT and Chanel. So I really love
Mhm.
that. I love the chemistry now between Lewis and um, uh,
Jax.
Jax. Thank you. Because, we talked about that dynamic the last time, how you could tell they were really good friends. They just were not in a good relationship intimately. So I love the fact that, they go back to addressing, some comments and some concerns from last season. So I like the way they stepped out. I agree. Morris Chestnut, he seems, no matter what he's on, he seems to be rocking his roles. I saw
Yeah,
he was last on the hospital one. I can't think on Fox.
yeah,
And
the doctor.
The
Hmm.
resident, the
yeah, the
resident.
resident. Thank you. And he rocked that role as a cocky, confident a doctor and surgeon, and he's doing the same thing now. So he is really, really, doing his thing. So um I'm giving a thumbs up to just season 2 in and of itself. Ainsley, let's talk about Jax and Lewis's relationship and where we are and where we seem to be going.
I like the excuse me, I like the them going to the therapist, and he kind of plays the moderator, and it's like, and you because you would think when they fight and argue, you would think that's a bad thing. He's like, no, that's actually a good thing. You just got to learn how to do it better and whatnot. Not trying to keep a point system. Well, you got me, I got to get you back higher and stuff like that. And so I like it, but I like the little twist. Now I don't know what's about number five. They're supposed to be honest. But here's the thing, I can tell they ain't. I guess to me they ain't just some kind of freaky stuff. I mean, because all right, you know, so they want to get intimate. It's not just not happening. But when Lewis said, well, basically he said, well, basically he let him know that I went with somebody else, and only when I guess when she thinks about it, oh, and oh, did she do this? Blah 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 blah. It ta- it took that to get you kind of riled up. You know what I'm saying? You got to compare yourself to they do some freaky stuff, man. That that's some stuff. They're out there with that one. I'm sorry, they're out there with that. Maybe that's just my Christian values. But I'm like, nah. But but the twist though, and because she asked him, "Is it somebody I know?"
Yeah.
And he said no.
Yeah.
Like a
Now we come to find out the girl is pregnant. JT done had supposedly, sent her money for and to abort, but she didn't.
Yeah.
So now he got, so now he has
concern,
legitimate concern. Because baby number 3 might be on the way.
But why you don't cover yourself? Why you doing all of this and nobody covering themselves?
Yeah, that's why I think like you freaky but kind of stupid. Like you see your boy that had this woman, and you gonna go behind him, but then you ain't gonna protect yourself. You don't know what she got or what he done gave her, and you know how freaky he been with other women. So you know what that done brought to here. Now you gonna bring that, They ain't. I'm sorry, there ain't no spontaneous in the world. I'm gonna be like, oh, let me forget that. No, I'm sorry.
And it didn't look all that spontaneous, Ainsley.
It wasn't. It was planned. It was in the back of his mind.
That wasn't spontaneous. Spontaneous would have been had they done it at the party. But when he opened the door and saw JT with the 2 women, and she was one of the 2 women, that really want to set your tone as to the type of people you dealing with.
Yep.
So when he hooked up with her later, that wasn't no spontaneity. That was stuff that they had decided to do. You were going to get together with this chick, and you knew you were going to get together with her. So why not protect yourself? Why are we dealing with this kind of stupid stuff now? That's just dumb.
Yeah, I don't know if he. Okay, guy code. I don't think maybe he was like.
Wait, what?
Maybe he wasn't really planning on doing it, but he felt prompted to.
Yes, he was.
That was the plan.
He was planning on doing it.
Let me tell you.
Opportunity presented itself, and I guess with his wife, he wasn't used to having,
opportunity. Ainsley.
Say again.
He created the opportunity.
But that was in his. She got put in his back pocket once he walked in and saw her with the other girl and JT. Because anytime, one little thing happens in your relationship and you're automatically sleeping with someone else, that was already a plan B.
Right.
That whether you're a man or a woman, that is already a plan. You already have in your mind, so-and-so got one more time to do or say such and such. I'm going to be in between that one's legs, or I'm going to be whichever side it is. That is not spontaneously done like that. And anyone who
Nah,
sit here, they lying.
nah.
Exactly.
He
Mm-mm.
created that part. Listen, he is that when Jax messed up that last time, he already knew where
Mm.
he was going. He already knew who he was going to be with. He already knew that. So my thing is, so why you don't cover yourself? Even if you never planned on being with Jax again, cover yourself. So for him to be with this dilemma, where this chick comes up pregnant, and you don't know whether it's really JT's or not. But here's the thing. Here's what I would have looked for, Ames. I would have been looking for when he said that he would have been like, whoo, dog, that bullet. Worried. I'm like, oh, brother. Here we go. Here we go. Okay,
No,
Yeah.
Jackson Lewis.
Ainsley or me?
You.
I agree. When she asked, "Is it anybody I know?" and he said no, I was like, "Come on, you done caught her in enough compromising situations where you could be honest about this part."
I know why he said no. I
Listen,
couldn't understand why he said no.
listen.
Yeah.
He didn't. Right? Okay, we all can understand why somebody lied, but she done caught. He knows about everything. He knows about her sleeping with the security man. He knows about her sleeping with the other one who killed himself in front of her. He knows.
My man, Michael Ealy.
So why? Right. He knows about dead Ely. So why will you still sit here? No, it's not something that you would rush to tell her, or you'd be happy to tell her. But you knew everything with her. So yes, she would have probably been pissed because it's someone she knew. But I bet you once she finds out, she ain't gonna be all that startled. She's not gonna be all that. It's not like it was one of the girls in her media circle. It was just somebody that yes, we have to see. But you've already known all the stuff that she did. But
She gonna be upset. She gonna be upset.
she's gonna be upset now because he lied. She's gonna be more upset about the lie than who it is. Way more upset about the lie than who it is.
That's you know what? Here's a moment. This is it's not the act that gets people, it's the cover up.
Right.
Which is what she said.
With the cover up.
She told him that. She told him that. But as far as with the counseling, that therapist, I think he's already over him. He's just sitting there. It like he looked like they done already drained him. He's like, listen, y'all gonna stay together, get a divorce. Like that's the vibe I get from him. Like he's just like tired, but he's still willing to sit there with him because he's getting paid. But that has seemed to help to humble her a little, and quiet her down some. So, I'm all for them being in therapy. But overall, I really like their relationship. They seem to have a really good vibe with each other.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
Even their arguing is a little different. Even their back and forths seem different now. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually like it. I actually like it a lot. I like to see them together. I like to watch them cozy up together.
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch them just kind of chat and get couple-ish together. And I'm glad they're over that biggest home. Now with the lie coming, I'm like, oh, here we go. That's going to be a setback.
But you know what? I like that argument. You don't like to see the argument, but the argument it's interesting though. That back and forth is rapid fire.
Yeah, they're good. And you know what's funny? They get there instantaneously. It takes a hot second before they're like, bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
shot fired. So
they know what button to push.
Right, they really
and go
do.
right to it.
If they really do, which shows friendship.
Right,
you know how to piss your friends off. You really do.
Yeah.
So that I like. I really like him being in the house. I love this family dynamic. He is involved with the children.
Yeah.
He's involved with what they're going on. This whole thing with Naima, and how she's, she's growing and maturing, and he's trying to catch up. This whole thing with Spencer, and I love the topics that they're addressing in this series. It's real.
Yeah, I like it. First of all, just to have the man really responsible man, it's like refreshing. It's like, there are more of us out here like that, It ain't always a single black mother, you got responsible. Even when there's separation between the mom the father is still present there. I'm glad they're really showing that. And there's no, they're not using the kids as pawns between them.
Right.
They
Right.
both got each other interests involved.
Right.
I really love that demo. It's like this that part's so refreshing to see.
It is. It really is. And even when he put his foot down with Naeem and was like, "No, I already told you no. No is no."
Mm-hmm.
And even when he took responsibility for him hurting his son's feelings, I thought it was
Right.
excellent. And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is refreshing. It is really refreshing to see them coming together, and they're not so concerned about one another that the kids get lost in all of the, melee.
Right.
I love this dynamic. I want to say hey to my Majesty. Haven't seen you in a
Hola.
while. Good to
hey,
have you with us. Anika says, "Yep." He had that contact card ready for that chick, for that mama who was thirsty. She was getting on my nerves anyway. She said she might be mad at how close to the circle though, which is true because that's one of the kids' friends' mama.
Carpool. She's part of the
hmm
carpool.
Right. So you can't even get away from her. So she says, yes, that pastor mature enough as parents to admit when they were wrong. I like it. I like it. Hey, Teresa, what's going on? Thanks for joining us.
Hola.
All right,
hey.
let's talk about this whole Chanel issue.
Mm.
The plot the plot thickens.
Uh, this is definitely. Well, first, I really wish she would have punched the mother in the face at the funeral. That was
Yes.
just beyond ignorant and disrespectful. Um, this is definitely one of those. It seems like one of those situations, like the young girl who killed the guy who had her in the sex trafficking ring, but then she got sentenced to do all that time. And it's like, well, how I get kidnapped and raped, but yet I do anything to him and you are penalizing me? Crazy. It's definitely unfortunate because I'm sure now Chanel is sitting there with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Should I have left him sooner? Could I have left him sooner? Would I have left him sooner if I did? And especially now with this mom all up in your face after she already knew what was going on, but yet you have the audacity to step to me
Right.
in front of my kids. It just really goes to show not all that surprising how her offsprings were. Yeah, it was just like, wow. To even see like the beginning of this season, to see how he's on the floor crawling begging for help, and she has the statue in her hand or whatever it was, because obviously she had just hit him. It's just like, ooh, okay, every dog has his day. But I'm really, really, really interested to see how this all unfolds in court. Because again, I love the courtroom dramas. So I just cannot wait. And some of it actually started in episode 5.
Okay.
And it
Okay.
is rather interesting. So yeah, I just can't wait to see how everything unfolds. Because it's gonna unfold there. That's where everything is gonna come spew. No matter how good that investigator is. Jax has, I love him, or anything. Everything is going to come out in that courtroom. So I'm anticipating that.
Okay. Ainley, what? Let's talk about Chanel. How she hooked up with the mentee?
Yeah. I started. First of all, I like how back up a little bit. How they show the flashback. 'Cause a lot of question is like it always happens. You hate to say it's like, why did you leave sooner? When did it first start? Did you ever really love him in the first place? Was you after his money in the first place? So I like how they show the flashback. When he first met up, because you kind of see her. She was her own person already. She was her own boss lady,
Right.
and And then, when he proposed and stuff like this, you see the progress. And then when it first started happening, you see the progress going into it. Um, what I would just say like this to me now, you start to see now where I started to pick up, like, even though that what's his name, the friend Adrian, I
Adrian.
think he's been playing her. I think it's just a straight out play move and whatnot. I think of course, we think he had something to do with the money. I think using her for that $30 million and whatnot. I think he's the one really responsible. I'm believing he's the one really responsible for JC's death and whatnot, and just put it mentally in their head that I think sometimes if you kind of out of it, somebody tells you what happened, you mentally form that picture like it and start to, oh yeah, this is what
Right,
happened.
right, right,
So because they talking about, what happened to that 2 hours, I guess, when he actually died and you called 911.
right.
I think it's mentally, and when they played the 911 tape, you start to think, wait a minute, she never said like I did it.
Right,
You
right,
know, she just said, he's dead.
right.
So I believe he's been playing up because he know how JT really is, playing up against her. I think he knows her, so he played right into that scheming mode. And yeah, I think he just a scheming low life player. He's like one of the worst kind of friends, man.
Yeah. Um, this Chanel storyline, I love it. They have been very strategic as to how they've played this out. They
Hmm.
took her from being, just the perpetrator to being the victim to now when the flashback comes, you actually get an opportunity to really see the molding. And when she introduces the love bombing, that was superb. When she says, well, how do you know that he was not molding me this whole time,
Right, right,
that he
right.
can actually do this? And we talked about love bombing on the broadcast last week. So for this to come up and us to get this nice clear picture, and she introduces this possibility, I was
Hmm.
like, yes, because this is how it goes down. People don't understand this whole concept of love bombing. It's a plot from the beginning. She brings up, oh, when he was kind of whining and dining me, oh, when he proposed to me, he did that to disarm me from being my own person. And you
Hmm.
know, all these things she starts to introduce. I was like, wow, this is superb writing. And
Hmm.
I really want to see this in somebody's awards next year
Mm-hmm.
because
Oh, wait a
the way
minute. Speaking of writing, it's not the same writer who's writing every
oh
episode.
yes, each episode you see a different name.
I started to
Well,
realize that. Yeah, I was saying, wait, that's not the same name I remember. Look, I couldn't remember
Right.
the name, but I know that
Yes.
this one wasn't that one who did the last one. Yeah,
Yes, I agree with you. I've been watching the I tell you, I'm a credits person. I've been watching the credits, and the
yeah,
opening
yeah.
credits, when it says written by and directed by, have never been the consecutive people.
oh
So
wow.
Right,
it's
right.
really been, that's why I said, the team of writers that they have are excellent, because when you're dealing with a team of writers, they've got to string this story along and keep it
Yeah,
connected. And whichever way they decide to take it, the next writer has to kind of take it, to
navigate through it. Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah,
So this has been superb. I love, like I said, that introduction of the love bombing. I love the flashback, so we can get a
yeah,
really good picture of who she was. Because of course, being that he was the, millionaire, they always make it seem as though these women don't have educations. These women don't have lives. And I was so glad that they were able to straighten up that picture. I think she did an
yeah,
excellent job in the interview. So,
yeah, yeah.
this
Eventually, yeah,
this is really, This is good. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. All right, Shantice, Ainsley, where do you want to see the rest of the season go?
All right, here's one thing I want to see. I think we should see. All right, because they kind of brought it out a little bit, but there has been no because Jax being this high powered, because she's not just an attorney, she's a partner.
Right.
I remember in that scene, and she's the only black and the only woman. So my thing is that I'm still yet to see that lawyering skills that you just not just an attorney, but you are now a partner,
Okay.
a partner, and you over some of your white male counterparts. So I want to see that. I still want to see some lawyering skills. I still
Okay.
got to see that, and I mean something dynamic and meaty. Not your normal stuff, but that I want to see that dynamic. I think we need to see that. Come on.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. You got to give us some drama. I hope we get a little bit in episode 5. Don't say nothing, Shantice.
Ah. Okay.
Um,
Before we go any further, a nigga says, I wouldn't be surprised if the mother knew and covered up for her son. Yes, the mother knew. She said in that dialogue, in that exchange, she said, you knew. She used those exact words. She was like, you knew. And yet there goes these mothers and sons. You knew that he was over there abusing this woman, and you gonna stand in her face because she killed him? Yo. Had you done
yeah.
better with him, then he wouldn't have been abusive, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
That's
she
true.
knew. She definitely knew. Okay, and I don't know if you were finished or what do you want to see in this coming up?
I want to see. I want to see some more plot twists. I want to see some stuff that I want to see stuff that I was not anticipating. I love to see that. A lot of times we kind of hear what's going to happen. Oh, yeah, that's going to happen. Oh, that's going to happen. I like stuff where oh, I didn't see that one coming. So
Wait. Speaking of not seeing it coming, what about the friend who put her home for
The
the
oh
cousin.
yeah, her cousin.
The cousin.
yes? What was up with that? And the husband had told her no. Ainsley, you talked about unexpected twist. That was an unexpected twist.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I was thinking, where that money come from? Cause they're not saying it. At first, they didn't say it. They didn't know. And then now I think they might. I think they talking about they're responsible for the whole $2 million or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, because she
Yes.
fled. So now
Yeah,
Yes.
and I was like, oh my gosh, and whatnot. And the husband didn't know, and the way he had to find out.
Yes.
the
Yes.
look, the
Yes.
look on his face is like, yo, you lucky the police are here.
Right.
well, they be looking
Yes.
for me before I'm the
Yes.
next fugitive.
Yes.
Yes.
Shantice, what about that bomb?
That was just disgusting on all levels. That you had this conversation. You did the right thing at first, even though I would have never asked my husband to do that. But you did the right thing the first go round. You went and you shared with him how you felt and what you would like to do. And because this is your partner, you had to let him know what you wanted to do. He calmly and respectfully told you, no, we are not going to jeopardize our home, what we've worked for somebody else. I don't care how innocent they are or seem or whatever. And for you to then go behind his back, that's why she fled. Just because you were that disrespectful to ask, not get the answer you wanted, and still go behind his back. So what was the point in you? Again, this was a plan from the beginning. You already know if you're going to take the chance to do what you want to do, regardless of whatever answer you get. You already know this. You already know before you go answer. People
Mhm.
but you figure you would just be respectful enough to mention it. So now you're trying to manipulate. You already had the plan on putting the house up. And I don't know how she was able to do that unless she forged his name or something, because y'all are married. So shouldn't there have been two signatures or whatever? I don't know how that works. I knew someone who
I
did
don't
it
think
for the
so.
son,
I think maybe
but
one can do it.
Just based on who name is there. So
Oh.
if it's just her name, but if it's two people on there, 100
But
people on there, that's the trail.
but
You
by
don't
the
have to
way,
think about it.
but by the way the husband was responding, it made it seem as though they're on everything together.
Right,
You know,
right,
so
right.
how did you then go and forge your signature, or whatever you had to do, or persuade someone to only accept your signature, which is illegal, or whatever you did to do this behind this man's back, and now the marshals are blowing it up because now they looking for the fugitive at the house that has been put up for her bond.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
and like and like AC said, he couldn't do nothing because now if I smack you, now I'm gonna have to be a fugitive. So now it's just like, what do I do in this very moment? And now you all shocked that he not coming home, or he coming home late, or whatever. You lucky he coming back at all.
Right.
Yeah.
That
He
that
come
was
to
the
bed. He like, I'm good. He like, I'm good right here on the sofa. I'm like, you could be right there in the house. Yeah. I don't think it was for. I kind of look at it like, everything. The husband and wife, you kind of together. One speaks for the other. Some things don't necessarily have to be both. I'm just taking it. Both names is on the title deed, whatever, and one speaks for both. So it's not necessary for both of them really to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a partnership. One can speak for the other. They don't necessarily both have to do it. So I didn't
I
get
don't
like there was a
know. I don't
huh?
know. I'm a transparency moment. I refinanced my home, and it was, no, I was selling it, and my girlfriend's name was the initial name that was on. It was she and I who purchased the home. They would not allow me to do anything. I couldn't refinance. I couldn't do anything. They had to forward her papers to sign. Once two names are on that loan, you're not doing anything
Yeah, but
individually.
that's a sale. That's a sale though. I think it's a
No,
little bit different.
financing
no. She
as
said
well.
when she went to refinance, she
I
couldn't do
couldn't do
anything
anything.
without the
I
additional
could
signature.
not do anything. It could never just be Stephanie or her. And it was the same thing with her. When she was trying to, her mother's name was on with her. And when she was trying to do things, she couldn't do anything without getting her mother to sign. So when it comes to, home, that home thing, no, you ain't budging. Ain't no
Right.
one person speaking for everybody.
Well,
So
I put it this way. I thank God, even though they might have been, thank God, plenty of times. I haven't needed bail money, so I can't personally talk from personal experience. So so I'm just saying, I just went along with that. Okay,
again, got code.
got you.
Um, but yeah, it's very intricate. When they said it, the marshal said it. I was like, oh, wait a
No,
minute,
the marshals didn't say it.
who
She
said it?
said it. She was the stupid one because they said we're here looking for Chanel Tucker, and she said what?
Yes, yes,
And and
yes,
and
yes,
then, and then
yes.
it said she said you think we would be hiding her here when we're the ones who put up the home?
Right,
That's how it was
right.
saying from.
And then she caught herself after she said it. She was like, okay, yeah,
The
you
look
start,
on his face is like,
yeah.
you, yep,
And let me tell you what I flash back to. Remember at the party, it was him, Lewis, and JT talking.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, he was the one who was like, nah,
I'm
I don't like,
out.
right. I don't
Out.
like what's going on. So already he sees that this is a messy marriage.
yeah. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was the third person in the three talking.
I
He
I
kept
I, I
telling
would
Lewis,
I would thought it was just the Adrian, the mentor guy,
Oh, no,
no.
no, no, no,
the skin.
no. It
He
was this
kept telling
cousin.
Lewis, "Let's go." He
Right.
kept
Okay, that
saying,
was him.
And
Okay,
"Let's go."
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. So
So they're
he got
already
inside track. Yeah.
right. So he's already, when she's asking, he's already kind of familiar with the fact that this is a very sloppy marriage. So it's like,
Yep.
I can get involved in that. We've built something here. And I understand that that's family, but we're
I
not
ain't
building
losing my money investment on that. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
right.
And they got millions, and
Right.
they got millions.
Right.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Right. So now you've got this whole backdoor scheme that blows up in her face badly. And now when he says, we've got to come up with the 2 mil, they're like, oh, how are we doing this? Now she's got, oh, well, I'll get this one to do that and I'll do that. No, you
I
can't
can
do
ask
all of
my
that now.
parents. So
Yeah,
now we
you
still
know, that's
relying on
already, that's water underneath the bridge already. You done messed up. So yes,
Yeah, I like what you
Anika, that
said. I like when you said, "Oh, you did this. You went and did this whole put the house up and whatnot. But now, we how we can fix it. Oh,
right,
now we can
right,
fix it.
right.
But you
So
did
it
this, right?
was good. Yes, it was good. He answered like that. I loved it. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Anika, that was truly dumb. So there are your twists and turns, Ainsley, that I think we're going to be getting later on. Shantice, we're wrapping this up. What do you think? What do you want to see in the upcoming episodes?
I want to see Jax bust this case wide open because what's Morris Chestnut name? Carter? He's
No, his name's not
what's his
Carter.
name? What's his name?
Corey.
Uh,
Corey.
It is Carter.
It's Corey. Carter is from Ghost.
right. You get me
Okay.
mixed up now.
It's Corey.
Okay.
You talk about my
Well,
man Michael Ealy on there, man. See.
that's how bad I want him to die on that one too. Um, yeah, he's too cocky, and he's not in this ultimately to help Chanel. He's in this so he can really help the other woman. So now I have to be bigged up more because now with me being hyped up even more and I win this is going to be even better for her. So I would love it for him to get kind of knocked down some. And it's really good that she has him as a lawyer and first chair because of the whole situation. You have a woman who says she's been battered, who says she's been abused, and now you have a male representing her. So of course that looks better than a woman representing her.
Right.
But yeah, but I'm really I'm really anticipating. That's one of the things I'm anticipating is that she just busts this thing wide open, and it would help to show her that yes, we did need you for certain aspects, but stop trying to undermine me. So because whatever reasons you have. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. What am I looking forward to? Well, I would love to see them get her off. That's one of the things that I'm really hoping for.
I think she's gonna
Where
get off. I think it's a matter of how she's gonna get off.
okay. Okay, so I should say it like that. I would love to see how they're gonna get her off. Um, I really want to see like you, Ainsley. They introduced the twists and turns. So I think this would be an excellent opportunity for them to continue on. And I think we're going to get some of those twists and turns that you're talking about, because I'm hoping we get some twists and turns as well. And I thought about you, Ainsley, when you were talking last time about, where has she garnered this, high powered status? We haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. Yeah, especially now that they've put him as first chair, that kills her shine. So I would like to see, in this particular um, opportunity for us to see her become this big person that they claim she is. So I'm
You know
also
what?
looking to see how this the guy who's after Adrian. I'm really looking forward to seeing, what he's going to bring. What kind of stuff are they going to get into? What's that storyline? How's that storyline
Yeah.
going to fall? Come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we got
You
some
know
more
what?
stuff.
You know, one
Good.
thing that kind of crossed my mind a little bit, but I know it ain't gonna happen, is that Jack should get kicked off the case altogether because she's too close. You know, because Chanel, Chanel, she's one of the first person to call her. You know, she was in the crime scene. You know, she's saying he's an attorney, but you know, you too close to the case. You was at the
Right.
crime scene. You know what I'm saying? You're a witness, not first or second chair attorney to me. You know, so to me, that being too close, she could get kicked off the case. Really, I think
Okay.
a little more more reality.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think they
You
only
know,
do that with the police. I think when it comes to, because you can say you want anyone as your attorney, but you can't choose which cop is put on your case as far as the force. So if I have, if my mother is a lawyer and I appoint her as my attorney, I can do that. It doesn't matter how close it is versus like we witnessed how, oh, okay, this detective got kicked off this case because it was their partner's family or such that and the third. Like, because I can refuse all counsel and represent myself if I'm crazy enough to do that. But it's like I can choose whoever. And I think the fact that initially Jack stepped off and then now it's like, nah, I gotta come on. I don't think it's really raising any eyebrows because she did what a lot of people wouldn't have done. A lot of people would not have rejected that case because that's my family, pretty much. But now it's like I'm seeing how I can be beneficial and how she could also use my help. Now I'm thinking a little clearer. Now I can be back on. So maybe that's why no one is really saying anything either, because it probably caught people off guard that she said no in the beginning, including Chanel. Chanel was thrown. Like, what do you mean you're not my attorney? Like, that's why I called you. Not just because you're my friend, but because you're an attorney and I figured you would represent me, but now you're coming in with someone else. I don't know this person.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see how this plays out. We're gonna see how this
I'll
plays
say,
out. All right. Uh okay. Anika says that she feels like there's something more behind Corey, possibly. I just think he's up for this high profile win. I think he wants that win. Um, and she says she thinks something's up with the prosecutor. Yeah, what's
oh,
going on
most
with that
definitely.
storyline when she got the phone call and then she made the phone call to the jailhouse to
To
see if
Vegas,
that
yeah.
person is still locked up? So I would like to see how that unfolds. I really like to see how that unfolds. All right. Power Book 2 Ghost. We now have the second half of the series finale. You went first, Shantice, last time. Ainsley, what are we talking about now? How do we open up? Good, bad, right, wrong, or indifferent?
It's classic goals. It's classic goals. It's like it's more of the same. There's no, they didn't take their foot off the pedal. It's still moving and it's still going on. I gotta ask y'all still feel the same way about Mike Carter, Michael Ealy on this one so far? Cause
I
he is
dislike
one
him
bad mother.
more.
Shut your mouth.
I feel
I
worse.
dislike him more.
I feel worse about him.
What a creep.
Yeah, he's a little life in it, but you know he playing that part. You know, um, I kind I like it. Um, I'm a little surprised, even a little more surprised at Drew. To the level he stepped up into. You know, create diversion to go to the infirmary to to try to get to the person who they thought they had killed, and he got more inside information, and that there's a plan, to go after Carter, and he tried to make a big deal, say, listen, I'll do this, but now you got to leave my mom and sister out of this, so I like it. I mean, I like twists and turns and stuff like that. um I really want to know I'm really interested to see the next episode. I really want to know what happens with what's the girl? She was pregnant.
Anna?
Yeah, Diana.
That girl gonna lose that baby.
It looks like it. It looks like it.
That
It looks,
baby.
yeah. But generally, I like it. I like it.
Mm.
Okay. Shantice, Ainsley stepped on the Drew character, so we might as well stick with Drew. What's going on with Drew in this particular second half of the season series finale?
Drew was being Drew. Drew's always been very smart, which is why Poppy said he needed to be number one.
Yeah.
So that didn't surprise me at all. And obviously the task force saw it, which is why they chose him to get the job done. So he did what he needed to do to get put where he needed to be to get the job done, and was able to have one up on them. And that's what I was sitting there thinking. I'm like, all right, so when is everyone going to stop being emotional and stop and think for a second? So you can say to yourself, let me stop letting people who need my help intimidate me. How are you supposed to be all big and bad, but you need me to go in there and kill somebody for you?
Right.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
am I still this scared of you? Listen, it's just like in any other part of life. You have more strengths in areas where I'm weak. I have more strengths in areas where you're weak. That's all this is. Because if you was all big and bad, you could get on there and tell the warden to go in there and kill him. If I mean because that's how y'all moving. Y'all moving like y'all got it like that. So I'm sitting there and I'm
Yeah.
listening to this dialogue in this cage that Drew is having with the crooked cop, and I'm like, but he needs your help. So you sitting here talking about, oh, well, I'll kill your sister and your mother. Duh, you can, because you got access to them. But do you have access to the one you need my help with? No, you don't. So we're going to sit here and we're going to make another plan so that we both can come out of this one up. Not even just on each other, but just so that we can get to come up on whatever it is that we want to come up on. So if it's money for you, if it's status for me, whatever the case is. But Drew was just doing what he does. You know, he knows how to get the job done without being emotional, unlike his brother. And he knows exactly how to spin things as well. He's like, when you think back to it, he's always able to not only do stuff, but then have more than what he started out with. And that's because he thinks. So, I mean, he was getting on my nerves the first part. Oh my gosh, that's first part of this. Oh
True
my god.
that. True that. Yeah.
With the chasing, he chasing somebody chasing him. It was just getting on my nerves. Oh my gosh, it's getting on my nerves. But to see this, it took me back to previous seasons where it's like, okay, so they got the thinker to do such and such. Wasn't surprising at all.
Okay. I didn't think about it in the context in which you said it, but I was just annoyed. I'm like, okay, so you lost so much control that now you got to get the Tejada to go inside, because you shot the guy outside, but you didn't shoot to kill. You didn't make sure he was dead. Now this is coming
Yeah.
back to haunt you. And now you're sending the Tejada in to do your dirty work, and you could already tell by the exchange. The cop was scared. You could tell he was shook. So it's like, okay, I'm so glad that Drew was able to actually come up and, like you said, get one up on them, so that he's now in control. This whole fear of whether you're gonna die or your sister, your mother, and maybe not in that order.
Right. And not necessarily that order. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. You don't. You're not scared. On top of that, to show you how cheesy this cop group is, the
Oh,
woman
wait.
goes to Diana.
Yeah. That's the part that really got to
Which
me.
shows you didn't do your homework, because she's the slowest out of the Tejadas. So you went to the slowest one to get
Yeah.
something done for you. So I already showed how slow you are. Because at least the other one went to the one who they figured could get the job done.
But why would you go to a woman? Like you said, why would you go to a woman to go kill Zion? The one who has the martial arts and the fighter skills, and really, this goes to show you how really weak this unit is, where they're trying to portray
Yeah.
this strength. They're really a weak team. I don't think in all of my watching of the low down, corrupted police have I ever seen a group this week.
Yes.
She went to Diana.
That part got to me.
Yeah, what is she going to her for? And then when she said, I need you to go kill, I was like, Diana didn't answer her properly. Because had Diana answered her properly, she could have really put her in her place.
I hate it. I hate to say it. I hate that woman cop when she took the baby clothing in the first place.
Yes.
That right there, I was like, are you really serious? You're gonna take baby clothing? Come on now.
Yes, come on. This is for the police.
You're donating to the police drive.
Really? So you could just tell these are some cheesy, low life. They ain't got no strength. Already the IAB is looking at them. So they're a bunch of wackos anyway.
That one, she's the one. She is my main character. I can't wait to see get shot off and killed off.
Oh yeah, she gonna die.
She got to go. She got to go.
Yes, I agree. They need to kill her first.
Yeah, I mean, don't drag. I hope they don't drag her off to the
Me either.
Hopefully the next episode she got to go one way or another.
I'm over her already. Let's talk about Carter. Ainsley.
You one bad mother, shut your mouth. Yeah, the leader of the week crew. He's the person you love to hate or you hate to love. I was feeling it, but as you said, he's so boss, but why again, why you got to have the Diana go try to go kill this big drug dealing, beat people up kind of stuff and whatnot. Where's your juice? Why come you don't have a gang of people already inside to get the guy in there and stuff like that? Now, there was just one scene I knew it was going to happen. I saw it coming. So when they started the scene when the original tape when they met,
I was like, come on.
I knew what was about to happen.
Everybody knew but him.
A different ending.
Everybody knew but him. Cause I knew. I said he's gonna be the one to catch them. Sure enough, he was the one that caught him. I said I knew it. Then when I saw him pull up to the spot, they didn't even show Michael Ealy yet. I said I know he's not about to confront this man by himself.
That's the same thing I said.
No backup, no recording, no camera, no band, no parade, no army, no nothing. You about to go, bro? How are you this smart to be this stupid? You were smart enough to know that there was something funny going on. You didn't know what. So you made it your business to become a part of this task force because you knew it was some funny business.
Right.
But now you stupid enough to confront this man by yourself, even if you didn't think he knew. Why would you go to him alone? You would have been smarter saying something to the one where he took the money.
Right.
You might as well have done that. Like, what was the point? I was just so like, how everybody see this with you, bro? Everybody with you.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no camera. You had no camera, little something, little something or whatnot. Because if you got one bad cop, come on, you need pretty much, and a specialized unit. Come on now, more likely there's somebody else know what's going on, man. I was
especially the leader.
Yeah. And when you realize he wasn't, when you try to tell him, well, I saw this, I see this, and he's like going, nah, come on, man. You can tell he was lying.
Right.
That should have been like, I thought at least you're going to say, well, I want you to join us. At least say, yeah, all right, you know what? Yeah, I want to get in.
Right.
Just so you could be like, you could play it off later on.
Yes.
That's what I said. I'd have been okay, you know what? All right, I'm in. How much we making? How much?
Right. Right.
I would be like, can you give me something right now?
Right.
Give me somebody.
Right, to make it seem more believable. And that's where I thought it was going. I was like, the same thing I thought, Shantice. I was like, please don't tell me he's gonna pull up with Michael Ealy.
Yes.
Because he's as good as dead. And then when
Yeah.
Michael Ealy made him the offer, I was like, all right, be smart. Play it off. Act like you with him. He's not gonna know. He wants to preserve you. You can help them. And then go back and tell. Where, why, going futuristically. Do something. And when he fell for it and got shot, I was mad.
And
Yeah.
I knew it. Wait until his brother finds out that somebody killed him. And this is what makes these cops even dumber too. This is just to show how sloppy you are. Y'all don't understand how crooked and how hood these people are, that you really think you're going to continue to even initially intimidate. But continue to intimidate them, not going to do that. So now you about to go up against Councilman Tate, the crookedest councilman that has been on this series. You're really going to go up to him and continue to tell him what?
And a former cop too, right?
Right. What are you getting ready to tell him, this person who is already playing both sides of the law? He's already doing what you're doing, just better.
Right.
Yeah, he more high up, yeah.
Right. I was just going to say higher up.
Right. So what are you getting ready to continue to feed him that's not now going to get you killed with him alone?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm like, when the evidence going to kick up? You know, like ballistics. Hey, that's the same gun that shot the brother, shot the other guy and whatnot. You know, cell phone, records. They say where you at and stuff like that. It would say who the brother called. He had to call him to say meet me here and whatnot. So
right. All right, Braden and Tariq. All right, Ainsley, Braden and Tariq.
I was wondering what happened to Braden because you didn't see him mostly to the half or end of it. You know, when it came time to do some work with
Zion.
Zion. Yeah. It looks like he's a little off his game.
He getting high.
Yeah, he's off. I mean
that'll do it to you.
But I know he's really. I think he was doing it, but now he's like he's going in on it, and that I'm curious to see how that plays out. I'm curious to see how that plays out with Brayton and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, Shantice, Brayden and Tariq.
Well, one of the first things I thought when that scene came up with them at the party, I said, somebody need to kill that singer. Because she is just so Holly. That's how Holly reincarnated. Just kill her. And Tariq is really fed up with him, but there's too much going on for him to really focus on like really dealing with Braden right now. So he'll try to say something or do something real quick to let him know you bugged. But listen, we got this, because he said it real quick. He's like, yo, you bugged. What you doing? All right, we got to kill Zion. And it was like, wait, what? All in the same breath. So it's like he doesn't really have the time to really get on him. But I mean, he's gonna. It's so Ghost and Tommy. It's because now. Now it's you got the one that's trying to be the thinker, always trying to cover all bases, and then you got the hothead. And one of the main things that kept Tommy a hothead is the cocaine. Now you're on cocaine. You're going to be completely off. You're going to need somebody to continue to bring you back and reel you back in, because your senses ain't all there anymore. And already you weren't necessarily the brains of the operation. You were good at what you were doing. You were really good at that, but you already weren't the brain. So it's if he continues to mess with that girl, they're really gonna play out the way Ghost and Tommy did, where eventually they hated each other, trying to kill each other and all that. Then they reconciled and So yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I like the dynamic still, the dynamic duo for me. I still love them together. I like their thought on stepping up their game with Noma by going through the Zion kill. And we know the two of them, they're kind of fearless when it comes to that. They'll do anything for their business. So that was really, I actually like that plot for them. It was hilarious to watch them fight him, but I knew that they would, prevail. They would kill him. So I'm liking them, and I think I like to see them go up against Noma, because one of the things that Tariq consistently does is he's not as swift as Ghost, and he's not as calm as Ghost. He doesn't have Ghost mannerisms, but he's always finding a way out.
Yeah.
So I do like that about him. And, Braden is his second chair. As messed up as he is with doing drugs, he's still the best second chair for Tariq. So I'm actually liking, how they stick together. And I think that, he's going to kind of, get him on track. I think if anybody could get him on track, it's going to be Tariq. All right, Ainsley, where you hoping we go in these next 5 episodes? What was 5 or 4?
We have 4 more.
4 more. Where are we going in these 4 episodes?
First of all, the woman cop, first thing she got to go. First thing the next episode, she got to go. Number 1, she got to go. I'm looking to see Lorenzo Tate. I see him come back in and get his hands dirty, get some work done, and go after Carter. Number 2. I was kind of hoping that Tariq and Diana, they would kind of mend things a little bit, even though he is seeing the daughter, Anya, yeah.
I think he's doing that for Noma.
Only for Noma, yeah. But I think he's really, and I think it's one thing he said, I realized he said, we were talking to Diana, he's into this 100%. It's like he's like, only way he can protect, he's like, he got to be on top. So he is going all in. He ain't looking like, okay, maybe right now try to hide the business. This is all, he's trying to go all in and stuff like that. So I'm expecting, like you said, he's not as crafty as Ghost, but he's still young. But I'm going to see a lot more of that craftiness that like this how he decided to go kill Zion and whatnot. He said that's the opportunity for me.
Right.
I'm curious to see that. Even though I like my man Michael Ealy, he's gonna have to go too. But I'm curious to see how he goes down. I want to see how he goes down. Who else? Who else? Everybody else is pretty much just, it's pretty much the same. It's like who else gonna die?
Okay. Shantice, where we going? Hopefully.
Well, I hope Carter gets arrested. I don't want him to die, because then he can't.
Yes.
Focus on the stupid plan.
No, he's going down blazing. He ain't going to jail.
I hope they shoot up all his body parts, but he still live, and they throw that in jail. Because this plan of I'm gonna be crooked, but as long as civilians don't get hurt, is just one of the most remedial things I've heard in a series. Like, shut up, you're still crooked. You ain't making it sound any better or different because you don't want civilians to die. That's what happens in their whatever.
And get your 30% cut.
Right.
Yeah, like whatever. I'm waiting to see which main characters die. That's what I want to see. We're already on episode 6. Ain't nobody get a toe and nothing shot off yet. So I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed because it's like, come on, y'all waiting until episode 10? Like, everybody's going to die together? Like, what's going to happen? Somebody needs to die and quick. Noma, I hope somebody just quickly cuts her ear off or something. She's annoying me. And she always trying to threaten somebody. And she needs everybody. Again. Like, y'all allowing this woman to intimidate y'all, and she can't do nothing on U.S. soil without a lot of help from people. I would love to see what happens with Kanan. Love to see what happens with him, because he's so slow. He don't even realize how he went from trying to please mommy, trying to please daddy, now trying to prove himself to Noma. Like you just keep bouncing from person to person with your gang. This is why Poppy didn't make you number one, because you're not thinking, you're not taking the time to think. I think he was real whack for trying to now bounce back to Effie. Like, sit down somewhere and shut up. Really whack for that, because now you see that Noma ain't checking for you the way she was. Now it's kind of like, all right, let me go back to the original plan. But yeah, I'm just waiting to see which one of the main characters really, like I said, I really think that Diana is going to lose that baby, and now that's what's going to get that lady cop heads taken off. Like, everybody going to be looking for her. Now everybody going to be chasing her like they were chasing each other the first part of this season. Everybody, or it's going to be like, it's going to be like the episode when Ghost got shot and they was just showing everyone walking up the truth, but they didn't know who shot him. It's gonna be something like that, because now she's gonna be on Tariq's hit list, Monet's hit list. It's gonna be too much. So if she has a little energy, she gonna try to go after the woman for making her lose the baby. It's gonna be a lot. So I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see Effie profess her love for Tariq one more time, because she was big mad at realizing that Diana's pregnant. Yeah. So I'm waiting to see how that plays out as well, because she's going to try to shoot her shot again. And I don't know if she's going to get shot right after, but something going to happen. Something going to happen. I'm waiting to see what happens with that situation as well.
All righty. Where do we go from here? Well,
one quick question. Do you think maybe, and this crossed my mind, maybe Diana dies?
Nah.
I don't think they're gonna kill her like this. I think right now the biggest storyline for her is, will the baby survive?
He will get kicked in their stomach every day. Like, that ain't gonna kill her. It's gonna have to be something else, like really where other people, where Monet or somebody's gonna want to get at the person for her. This, like, her to die like this would be real whack.
Yeah. You know, this cop was real whack to even do that to Diana. You know, who does all of this? But I have to say, I was disappointed because they showed Effie possibly getting shot. She didn't get shot. They showed Kane possibly getting shot. He didn't get shot. They showed Diana getting beat up. She ain't gonna die. So I'm like, all right, so here we are into the second half. Drew, he was in jail, had an opportunity to die. He ain't died. So I'm like, okay, so you're preserving all these lives for what point? The people who did get shot, I was like, wow, they really shot Tate. So I'm hoping he's wearing a vest. That's the thing. I'm like, because you can't be that stupid to walk up.
That's the point.
You didn't see the other. You didn't see the. Oh.
You know, so I'm like, okay, please be wearing a vest. Please be wearing a vest, because he didn't go back to see if you were dead. So, well, you're smart enough to at least wear a vest. I want to see Noma. I want to see Noma destroyed. I want to see Carter destroyed. You know, this particular episode, he looked grungy. What's that? What's that boy name? The brother.
Drew looked like he was grungy. rolled out of a
I was like, what's the with them? Why they look so grungy? But
you got to go to jail. You got to look the part.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm really hoping to see some wipeouts. Where are we going from here? Just wipe somebody out. Take them off. Because if Tate dies, that's the only reason why you're gonna get Lorenz Tate back up on the grid. Everybody else is like, okay, what's gonna happen? So I'm hoping to see somebody go, because I think that's gonna make the plot thicken. So
definitely.
We shall see. So stay tuned for the next review of Reasonable Doubt, as well as Power Book 2 Ghost. the series finale. After this, I did see the preview for Raising Kanan, and I can't wait to see Marvin and Lulu and Rock and what's my boy's name who came back?
Unique.
I can't wait.
Okay.
So we got some stuff to look forward to. We got some stuff to talk about. Until the next time, for my 2 cents, it's your girl, Pastor Steph.
Dantes.
Is that Brooklyn guy, Ainsley Harris? Hey.
All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stay tuned so we got something to talk about the next go round. Until then, sayonara.
Peace out, y'all.